Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a new podcast. This is going to be the Minitruck podcast, and kind of a deceiving name. We're definitely going to talk about mini trucks the most. My friend Evan and I both own mini trucks, and he is the co-host of this podcast today. His Instagram is D21Evan, and his TikTok is also D21Evan. And if you want to follow me on my main YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, it is all Japanese mini truck. So we're going to dive right in now. This is a super unprofessional, super unorganized stream, and that is what we're here for, is raw content. So we're going to dive right in. Right here on the screen, you can see we are just Discord live streaming this video. And right at the top, the black truck is my friend Evan's. He's been working on this truck for quite a while. It has come a very long way since I have met him. And right below, you can see this is my 91 custom Nissan hardbody as well. They're the exact same truck. I mean, slight year difference, but they're pretty interchangeable throughout. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're just going to just talk it up like we would any other day in a Discord chat, except we're just going to start uploading them for the enjoyment of you guys. And if you like mini trucks or car content in general, seriously, please stick around. There's a lot to learn and a lot to talk about. So, like I said, we're here with Evan right now. I don't know if you had anything you wanted to say to start off, or if you're all good, we'll just dive right in, man.
I'm all good. We can get to first picture topic.
Bet. All right. Basically, the whole mini truck thing is, I think this is the best place to start. I'm gonna ask you, like, or if you want me to go first, what got you into mini trucking, man? Like, this is a big thing, and I'm kind of using the word mini trucking as like a broad term. Essentially, the real term of mini trucking is like, just making friends that you call family and just making connections through mini trucks. And usually when you hear me talking about like a mini truck, it's typically a truck that's bagged with the crazy designs on the sides most of the times, whether it's just like pinstriped or there's some crazy graphics people put on the side of their trucks. A lot of it's laying frame, scraping the ground. Anything that's just super 90s, I feel, is just very mini trucking. Some of the body kits, it's a good difference between like lowrider mini trucks, which I love them all, but you have a lot of categories with the mini trucks. You got your lowrider mini trucks, and those are usually most of the time hydraulic, and that's where you come in with the airbrush graphics sometimes. Or some people make them really plain, some people go all out. You have your hydraulic bed dancing. Your lowrider mini trucks could have just hydros for their suspension, and you have your Daytons, your wire wheels. You could go kind of that traditional custom with maybe some old school, I don't know, sort of chrome reverse wheels. Who knows? I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's people that cut the roofs off these trucks. There's people that make tandem trucks, which I'll pull up later. It's like dual axle in the rear. It's the coolest thing ever. And then you got to remember too, these trucks didn't only come in 2-wheel drive. They came in 4-wheel drive. So you could lift these trucks and take them off road too if you got a 4-wheel drive model. They race these in the Baja 1000. I mean, there is so much to talk about with mini trucks. I know it's kind of a mouthful. I'm going to ramble on a lot too because this is our first ever podcast. But really, thank you all for checking it out and wanting to hear and learn about what we got to say. But
Oh,
hit me with it, man.
so what got me into mini trucks is my dad. I never really got into mini trucks. I was more like kind of born into it because before I was born, he was doing a bunch of stuff. Like he's got a bagged Mazda that he's been working on forever. So it new to the Nissan game relatively, like 3 or 4 years. But mini trucking has always just been there.
Of course, bro. I started off. I'm definitely very self-taught. I got my first mini truck when I was 15. I was like days after I turned 16, and it was a 4x4. It was a '97 4x4 Nissan hardbody. And at first, it was just a truck to me. It was like getting a Ford Ranger. I was more than grateful that my grandfather wanted to pass this truck down to me. He said, "Look, I'm either gonna scrap it, donate it, or you can put the work into it." And it was $500. It was a new fender, a new exhaust. Some rockers had to be welded on, and brakes. And I had that truck on the road. I learned how to drive stick in it. It was my first truck. And actually, cool enough, it is September 28th, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got my license on this day 6 years ago, which is really cool. The Facebook memory came up, and I was like, oh, that's sweet.
That's pretty cool.
I had the truck for not a full year, but we'll say a year before that. So yeah, the whole 7 year mark. I got it like early July, but I had the truck and I kind of fell in love with it. I wanted to lift it. I had all these plans, and basically, come high school, I'm on there and there's these like all the OGs from back in the day, man. It's so nostalgic to think about the mini truck builds I used to follow. There was like the LS swapped hard bodies and all these different things, and I started seeing like people like the people now are Mini Truck Era magazine. I mean, their crew, the new Minis crew, is really inspirational to me. They're very 80s period correct mini truck builds, and I fell in love with them. And I remember seeing KKP Angelo's Rat Rod 720 Datsun. I mean, those kinds of trucks I just fell in love with. And so I was always seeing those on Instagram, and one day it hit me and I was like, man, I want to build a two-wheel drive. And we'll continue that story a little later, but basically I got my two-wheel drive at one point, and then I started building it. We'll get into the whole feel of that whole thing another time. But yeah, so I just kind of fell in love with it on my own. It was something I, just found in myself. It was different. It was unique. No one, even as I got older, I realized, wow, nobody has these Nissan trucks around here. I live in Maine, so rot is a serious issue if you don't take care of your vehicle.
Yes.
And same for Evan. He's also in New England, so we fight off rust every day. It's
Oh yeah.
great. You sent over a picture. You sent it to our personal chat, not the group chat, of your truck.
Yeah, I sent a couple.
If you send them in the group one that we just made, this chat that the purple truck is in.
Okay, all of them.
Yeah, whatever you want to send over, dude. Yeah, conversation.
Okay, hold
I
on.
want to talk about the picture of your truck right here, but I want to talk about the earlier pictures first. So basically, Evan and I met at a show called Import Face Off, IFO for short, in Epping, New Hampshire at the New England Dragway. And they host it every spring and fall. Essentially, Evan came up to me. Dude, how old were you when you came up to me? This was years ago now.
My dad came up to you.
Yeah, and his dad was like, yo, I had a mini truck back in the day, and he still has it to this day, correct?
Yeah.
And it's a Mazda B22. We had to get some pictures of that. Like that would be a cool picture to show of your dad's.
I have a picture.
Oh, that
somewhere.
would be sick.
I can get it later.
So I met Evan. I mean, he was pretty young. I mean, what, 15, you think? Not even?
Probably.
And he comes up to me and is telling me, yo, I got this truck and love the mini truck. And I was like, bro, that thing is sick. Like, that's potential. A lot of people, like, might not see that, but that truck has so much potential. And I mean, yo, too, if you want to talk, please, bro, go right ahead, bro. Like, you can describe your story on this, like you know, your career and wanting to do body work and your automotive history. This truck really became something. It's cool seeing like the stripes down the side of it and everything.
So if you look at the first pictures I sent, that is around like kind of how I got it. I got it from my grandfather because he was just getting rid of it, so I took it. I was 14 right before I turned 15, which is pretty crazy. And then now I'm 17, and if you scroll down, there's the picture of what I'm doing right now to it.
Yeah, so this is the truck. You know, the stripes were being stripped off. You can see the rear quarter was needing some patching. And there's actually a parts truck next to it, which you got quite a bit of usage off of.
Yeah.
That thing was gutted. And then we come down here, and not too long after, he painted the whole truck white. And I never even saw it white. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen the truck in person. Yeah, this is the craziest part. And, no, I got a lot of props for this man, because, like, he's 17, like, knows his body work, like, learning it. And do you have a picture of your roof when it was on the black truck?
Yes, I do.
So he turned this truck, man, into this, which is awesome. I love this. Aren't those these are like the newer style Titan wheels too, right?
Yes, I actually got them from my dad.
I can't remember.
These are 18-inch Titan Steelies that my dad got from his boy, and then my dad gave them to me.
What are the 18s?
Yes, 18s.
Yeah, those look sick.
I love them.
And it's sick because they're like off a newer truck, so like it was never planned to like go on an older hard body. So this was the truck. You got the gloss black, and this is like, oh, is this your dad's B22?
Yeah.
That's sick. Yo, that's such a cool photo. When I met your dad, he was talking to me about it, all like laid out and everything. That's so cool, man.
Yeah, it's a cool little thing.
But on Evan's truck, just got this beautiful paint scheme he had done on his roof, and he actually just sanded it all down. Do you want me to open up the picture that you sent me of your hood currently?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so this kid literally in the last couple days, man, just mapped this all out himself and painted this. Like, this is paint. That's nasty. That's like
Yeah, like
pure skill. Oh, I never noticed you had the honeycomb vents from I think
yeah,
Road
I love
Fab.
those.
Yeah, it's another one, yo. Please, this whole podcast, like, I just wanna share the love. Like mini truckers just kind of sticking together. So really, if you haven't, highly recommend checking out Mini Truck Era magazine. They have a whole Instagram page. Like, I love it. I have almost every issue so far. And another one too is Road Fab. I would check him out on Instagram, especially if you have. He makes other mini truck parts too, besides just the Nissan hardbody. But especially if you have a hardbody, highly recommend. You would be so blown away by the work this man made, like the work this man puts into his parts and his product. Everything I've ordered, I've always been super happy with. Like, he just crazy work. But this is
Yeah, he's good at his stuff. Yeah.
But this is Evan's paint scheme right now he's working on. He just stripped down his whole truck from the black. Like, it was black with the painted roof for not very
Someone
long.
went heavy on the
Maybe
glitter.
like 3 months.
Like, check
God
that out.
went heavy on the glitter when he was throwing
Man,
it up
some
for
people just
bored
2020. God.
But yo, we're gonna play this back. Look at that roof, yo.
Oh, here's a better picture. Yeah, there's a great picture.
Yeah, like, that's nasty. And he was like on to bigger and better things. It was painted like that for a few months, and he sanded it right down, and now he's doing another crazy scheme. But
Yeah.
hopefully October 2nd, that's coming up this Sunday. I'm gonna see this truck in person for the first time, and we'll try to get some pictures together. We need to make that happen for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's nasty. So that's a good rundown on Evan's truck, for the most part. Obviously,
Yeah, for the most part.
it's hard to see like the real work that's been put into it all this time. Like, pictures won't ever do it justice. But it's just nasty. Yo, oh my, wait. I was gonna say, wait, you didn't shave your door handle. For whatever reason, I thought you shaved your door handles on the white, but you color matched the door handles. That's what it was.
Oh, I wish I shaved the door handles.
So, is there anything else you wanted to add to that, or do you want me to jump into a new topic?
Like you said, pictures can't really show the work, but you can get the grand scheme of things, really. But that's about it.
Most definitely. What wheel are you running? I actually noticed that. That's sick. Hold on.
What wheel?
It's
It's some deep dish
like
NRG wheel.
NRG.
It's suede.
Hub, everything. So what year's your truck? I wanna point this out too for anybody that's new to the trucks.
It's a 95. So I have I got like ABS, third brake light. I got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, what year did we go over to the round dash? Do you know? Was it's 94, I think, right? Might be no, it's
90
I
something.
can't think. I think it's 94 because my cousin had a truck. It was a 92, but they modeled it in 93, and it still had the square dash. So it could be like maybe halfway through. If anybody is new to the mini truck thing and wants to know, the Nissan hardbody was made from 1986 and a half to 1997 in America. I think actually in other countries or just like even like Mexico, like they had them until I think 06 or 08, which is crazy to think. But they're a little different, but they're pretty similar.
Yeah, a little different.
But our trucks evolved like from the Datsun 620 to the Datsun 720. And then we got the Nissan hardbody, the D21 pickup. Only America called it the hardbody. And then after the D21, we went right into the Frontier.
Yeah, I was
and
about
it
to say
is
Frontiers.
the Frontier to this day. There is a lot of cool little things about this truck. But
I love them.
we're on the topic of mini trucks, and I actually want to share with you. I don't know if you've ever seen this one. Basically, we were cruising around the beach one day. I'm pretty sure that's how I met him. Maybe I met him once before. But I met this man down at a beach. I was hanging out with some friends. We were there with their lowriders. There's not many lowriders in Maine, so it was kind of just a cool thing. But we were all cruising around, and this man pulls up. And at the time, I think he was just in his Tahoe. But I'm talking with him, and he really liked the truck. And he starts talking about how he used to be in mini trucks back in the 90s. And that's my favorite thing. My whole truck is supposed to be a 90s style build. And he was telling me about his builds and things he's built in the past. Great friend. This is a picture from a cruise we just went on not too long ago. But anyway, I was hanging out with this man. His name is Dan. Big shout out to Dan. He's been like just great to us. Like he's taught me a lot about mini trucks. He does like audio for a living in cars as well. So he helped me out. I have a blow-through sub set up for 412s behind the seat of the purple truck, and it's a little crazy. It's a fun setup, but it's definitely a little wild. But he walked me through it. I'm running 4 600-watt SCAR 12s. I think he would have recommended me something different on that, but he did recommend the JP23 2300-watt amp I'm running in the back of the truck. And man, I'm sorry. I really wanted to show you guys this truck, but
I don't have any audio things.
I'm having a little bit of an issue trying to get this sent over. We're good. I sent it in a very awkward format.
Awesome.
I wish I could maybe I can get it a little better for you guys. My apologies.
Well, that thing's sick. Okay.
Yeah, so this is his truck currently. It's a full-size Ford. There's a lot of cool things about this truck. I'm trying to get it to. I'm gonna try to send over one more image real quick.
You definitely tell how small these trucks are. Our trucks, the Nissan D21s, compared to like anything else. They're Miata sized. Yeah, there you go.
Dude,
That's a great image.
Miata trucks, like
legit.
So his truck has come a really long way too. I don't mean to tell the story of his truck for him, and I'm sure he'll check out this podcast and be surprised that we're talking about his truck. But I am actually heavily inspired by him. If you want to check out his Instagram, it is Ground Scraper. I'm just gonna type it in chat for anybody curious.
That's a great name too.
It's with an 8. That is his Instagram tag for anybody curious. Hold on, I gotta screenshot like two things for you guys because I want to share something of like this guy's trucks. He's got a Samurai build in progress. That's been just like wicked cool to see.
Okay, I looked up his Instagram. I see his Samurai now.
Yeah, the Samurai is sick. When he got it, it was all camo, and then they just painted it white, and he put some nice like old school wheels on it. And I mean, what a difference that makes. It's okay. There's gonna be like 10 people watching the podcast, but I appreciate all 10 of you that watch the podcast, really. So this is what his truck looked like. Even when after, like, he was so far into it already, you know, he's done the whole bag setup, the bigger wheels, different front end, this and that, and then painted up the truck. And this is just as of recent, but it looks so good. He's running, I apologize, guys. I don't remember what it was. He's running a pretty rare Valence on his truck. It only came in one model. It wasn't the Lightnings. It was like an STX or SVX. I really don't know the name for it, the acronym. I apologize. But he got it and it needed some repair. He fixed it up and put it on, and you can see it right there. But it is like, it's such a sick truck to see in person, because like the mini truck thing I'm doing with my friends, there's a lot of people in the world with lowered Nissan hard bodies. Yes, I haven't seen many of these Fords set up like that. And I think, oh man, I could be so wrong. I think he just swapped over all the interior to the Harley Davidson edition interior. So it's black leather. It's pretty nasty. If I remember too, he's not running a bench in the back. He's running 2 sets of buckets from the front. I think. That's cool. Right?
I like small details.
I could be off. I apologize. I don't mean to spew any misinformation. I try to stay as accurate as possible, but I'm super on the spot, so I'm trying to think. Man, I wish I had a picture. Yeah, it's two bucket seats. It's so sick. He was talking about building a center console for the rear at one point. So, anyway, he's a really cool guy that like helps kind of feed my interest in mini truck. I mean, I'll never lose interest for it, but he's always kind of putting me onto new things. There's another podcast called Our Lifestyle Podcast. I recommend that too if you're a big mini trucker. Unfortunately, I have only watched a few episodes, but I'm here to I just want to help promote all of the other the guys before me, the guys that have been doing a great job at what they're doing. Just anybody who's just been in the mini trucks and working hard at it. You know, anybody with a car channel in general. We're just all here to help each other out and get that name out. But that's another big mini truck podcast I know of, is Our Lifestyle Podcast. So highly recommend, and I learned about him through Dan. on to the next topic. Figured I'd share. I don't know what's gonna send and what's not going to. I wanted to share a picture of my friend Evan's Miata. Not this Evan that we're talking to, a different Evan.
Yeah,
someone who's
different
local
one,
to me,
different
yeah.
one.
So this picture was taken, I think, a little before July. This kid built his little silver Miata. He actually bought it with money he made off of making TikTok videos on teaching people how to make like rubber lures and things like that, like fake bait. And
I might have seen those actually.
Dude, yeah, I remember when I became friends with him, he has like 530,000 followers. And I remember he told me about it, and I was like, oh man, dude, I've totally seen those videos before. Like, I never would have known
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
him.
I have too.
It's so funny. But it's sick, because he literally made money to buy his first car. I was talking to him, and he was like, dude, when I bought my car, it was literally a parts car. He was like, it was literally listed as a parts car. I gotta get him on here, and we're gonna talk about his car some more.
I found it. I've found him for some.
You found it? You found his TikTok?
Yes, I looked up
No
Evan
way.
Lore, and it's fishing_with_Evan23.
Dude, it'd be 10 times funny
That
if you,
is
like, followed
hilarious.
him.
I used to watch so long ago.
Bro, that's what I mean. And he did. He bought this Miata with that money. I think
That's awesome.
I think it had a blown engine, so he had the engine rebuilt. And I can't remember the whole story, but essentially just a couple months ago, it was July. We're going down the turnpike. This kid just got his car going on the road, and he comes up next to me at the toll, and it's taking like crazy. He blew his engine again. Like had
No
like
way.
2,000 miles on it, man. I was like, oh, that's such a bummer. This kid
Wow.
though, this kid had such a glow up. As you can see here, in like a month or 2 months max, this kid had his engine like he just had it fixed up, rebuilt, brought it home, and like really rebuilt it himself after, like put everything back together, painted his whole car, and I love it. It's definitely like one of the heavy hitting builds in our area, I think. And I think if he continues with it, it's only going to just become greater and greater. And he's
And a
also
lift kit on there too.
I know, but he's also like what 18? Like that's a big accomplishment, bro. For 18, like I didn't even get my truck, bro, until I was 17 when I got the purple truck. But when I started building it and everything, I only rebuilt it and painted it because I got teed in a car accident the first time, and that was why the truck got painted. And I was about 19 at that time. So I don't know. I love it. The color contrast is beautiful. The metallic blue and the metallic purple go so good together. And I know some of y'all are probably wondering what is the story behind the Alfa Romeo, and this is one of my closest friends. He has this Alfa Romeo 4C, and we became friends because I have a Night Kid sticker on the side of my truck. If you are not familiar, it's a show called Initial D. It was big in the 90s. It's an anime basically, car anime. It's super sick. I highly recommend if you're in the younger generation to watch it. And I pull up to a parking lot, and he's like, yo, I like your sticker. Go check out my dash. And he had a sticker in his car on his dash from the same show. So we became boys ever since. It's been a couple years that we've been friends. This is a closer look at his car. I love this picture. It's super goofy because there was literally no reason for it. I was just going to I was going to pull my truck up to take a picture with his car. And I was like, yo, I'm just gonna touch your car with my truck. Like, I'm just going to put them right together. So that's basically what we did, because why not? So it's pretty goofy.
Cars are kissing.
Dude, yeah, this guy posted on his Instagram, and it's like a picture of like all these hearts and shit. I'm like, what a goof. This is so funny. But his car, he's got a lot of modifications done to it. It's not a car that is very easy to get mods for. And this is exactly what I'm saying. I'm gonna branch off of mini trucks from time to time because I love everything. Like, doesn't matter what the car culture is, unless you drive a Veloster. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not kidding.
The whole premise is just Hyundai Veloster beef. No, there's actually some pretty nasty ones though. But no, I love everything. So we're just gonna talk about everything. But he has he's lowered it down. He's got a side skirt. He's got his wing. He put the front splitter. He got the custom forged wheels, powder coated them. He's done quite a bit of maintenance to this thing as well. Changed the exhaust. He's got the little cold air, which doesn't sound like much, but it's really hard to get to. It's like a day project to change. He's got I can't remember what kind of racing seat now. I feel ashamed. I should know. He's got the racing seat on the driver's side. There's a lot of other things done to the car. It's pretty sick. And most importantly, most drivers of these cars, high mileage, it would be like 20, 30,000 miles. And this man's got 103,000 miles last time we checked. So he dailies this, brings it on all of his errands, and I respect that more than y'all know.
Awesome. A lot of people don't build them also, so I think that's cool.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what it is too. I like different, man. Custom is the coolest to me. Anything you have that's like custom and looks good is definitely up my alley. I love like the traditional customs. That's why I love lowriders. The time people put into those is just insane. I will have a lowrider someday. It's like the next planned out build after I fix my 4x4 and get a little closer to completing my purple truck, as complete as you can make a project vehicle. But even then, except for we're both in the same boat though too. I daily drive my purple truck. I bring it to the grocery store every day. I run all my errands. I drive it in the rain. I do not care. I bring it to car shows on the weekends after. I bring it to a car show or cruising night every night of the week. Like, unless it's raining, then they don't host them. But other than that, I daily, except for winter. We both put our vehicles away for the winter. And as soon as it looks like, oh, there's not that much salt, it comes right back out. Even then, if we have like a good week in between, I'll pull my truck back out and we will be ripping around. Yeah, so that's
I just toss a tarp on mine. Call it a day.
I know, I gotta find winter storage for my truck, man. It's not good right now.
I don't drive my truck, so I'm good.
It's the hail I'm worried about. I used to store my truck in my grandmother's garage, and I used to mow her lawn all summer for free, store my truck there for free. She sold her house, and now I'm like, damn, I have nowhere to put my truck.
Storage unit.
I know, I might have to. I'm so picky about where I leave it.
I understand that.
Another project to jump into, if you guys are into G-bodies, also on my main YouTube channel. I need to like post a link. I'll probably put a link in the description of my main channel. I only started this because I'm probably going to do a ton of podcasts. And I love YouTube. My main channel got monetized about 2 months ago. And I would love to make it a full-time job. And what better thing to do than to make a secondary YouTube channel and just make things work. Sorry about that random ad. But right here is my little brother's first car we picked up for him. It's basically an 87 Monte Carlo, SS clone essentially. But it's an 81 Monte Carlo. Somebody swapped the nose, they swapped fenders. I think they would have to swap the hood. They swapped the whole tail end, they cut the roof off of. They must have had a whole 87 SS donor car and swapped everything. T-tops, all the interior, the wheels. And even then, the car had the 305 high output emissions engine in it. So like 87 plus. And right now, I have a build series for it on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see it, check it out. We got the whole interior. We're putting new floor pans in it right now. That's almost done. We actually just pulled the engine. And we got Eldebrock. We got a new Eldebrock cam, aluminum heads. We obviously new head studs. Why wouldn't you do that? Because you're there. New 4-barrel carb, new intake from Eldebrock as well. Upgraded. So I'm pretty excited. This car's gonna have headers now instead of the stock manifold. We got rid of the AC. I mean, there's just so much going into it, and like, it was only on the road for like 2 minutes from when we bought it. So it's just becoming a monster instantly. It would have been more fun to build at least a 350. The 305s are nothing but a boat anchor for the most part, but you know, it'll be a fun car. It's my little brother's first car anyway. It'll make a little bit of horsepower, more than he'll ever need for being a 16-year-old or 17-year-old with his license. So, you know, we'll just continue to build it from there. But that's going to be a sweet car when it comes together. Oh,
yeah,
man.
It's definitely cool to see somebody his age doing something so cool. And
Right?
being able to make that horsepower just to flex on the other kids at school.
Dude, literally, though. He's going to... I drove through... I picked him up from school today, actually. He usually drives himself. My mom needed a car. We're working on his car right now, so he doesn't have it. But I roll in, and, like, he will definitely have the oldest car in the parking lot. There was, like, the oldest vehicle there was probably, like, a 90s Civic. Like, there's nothing in there for older cars at all. Which makes sense. I mean, they're not very practical for high school kids, but...
Yeah.
They are cool.
That is one thing I am very excited to do is pull up to my school in my truck.
I always wish I had my mini truck in high school. It would have been so sick. I've always wanted a cool vehicle or a custom vehicle. So, it'll get there. Like, he'll have a cool car at least, and that'll be cool enough. It's probably good I didn't have a cool vehicle. I would have probably gotten like tickets for burnouts and parking lots and dumb things, showing off. So
I've never gotten a ticket yet. I've never been pulled over too.
I've been pulled over my fair share, but I've never gotten a ticket. Always been super good about that. If you're a police officer and you heard this, please don't give me a ticket.
You didn't hear it actually.
Yeah, you heard nothing. I wanted to talk real quick too. This is another really close friend of mine. His name is Shaq. Endless 400. Endless. So it's N and then LEZZ_LS 400. And right here is his obviously Lexus LS 400. I made a full, I'll say one-on-one video of his car and two other LS 400s. It's the 3 generations of the LS 400. So they had their first gen, their pre-facelift second gen, and then the second gen, which is Shaq's car, is the second gen. It's a 2000, pretty much just bags, wheels, tint. This car came factory with a Lexus 1UZ V8. It's a popular swap engine for some Japanese cars. They're rowdy as can be. He's got like 3-inch exhaust all the way back. It is nasty. But I just wanted to share that. It's another friend's car. Oh, please put us on your EP3, my friend.
Oh, okay.
We can't talk in this podcast. While you do that, I'm gonna chat up this one more car while you gather the pictures that you're gonna want for that. For anybody that doesn't know, this car right here is a beauty. Sick. It is a little ugly, but it is the Toyota Previa. And if you are unfamiliar, I made another. This is actually the first ever car besides my own that I made a one-on-one video on. Actually, I don't mean to keep plugging my videos. It's just good conversation. It is a all-wheel drive, supercharged, mid-engine van. And if you get in it and you mat it, you'll be pleasantly disappointed for how slow it is. But it's very cool. It's got swivel seats. That's probably about all of it.
Hey, swivel seats are a win in my book.
Here, you take over for me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you can see it, but this is my 02 EP3. It's my second car, and it's my first stick car. I love it. I love it so much. It's my little egg. I got it for $4,000. It came with messed up fake carbon fiber hood wrap, garbage. Ripped it off. I found out that all the metal was actually ground down underneath it. So I just tossed another black wrap on there, tossed a black wrap on the roof, and called it a day. Makes like 160 horsepower. All it has is the exhaust on it. I'm thinking of getting coilovers, traction bars, everything down the road after the truck, of course. Kind of want to autocross it. I've always wanted to kind of have a genre of every car, like a drift car, time attack, grip racing, toge. It's all very similar, but not to be a master of them all, you would say.
So,
no, you actually came back good time.
Oh, sweet. Just chat up the EP3. So actually, one thing that I wanted to note too, I don't know if you said this because I was gone, I apologize. The EP3 only came as an SI too, correct?
Yes.
Which is cool. And do you have any pictures of the shifter?
I sent the picture. Oh, of the shifter?
Yeah, that's like the most talked about part about the EP3s.
Yeah.
Is the
I had a guy
shifter.
actually talking to me about it a couple days ago. But it came in a Type R only in Japan.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, this shifter was in a Type R?
Yep.
What was it? The like the one before the FK8?
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as I have, just with a body kit.
Oh, that's nasty.
I'm trying to find a picture of the shift knob. It's pretty ugly, so I try not to look at it.
For anybody else that doesn't know already, it's kind of a long-winded thing, so I'll just say the shortest amount of it. But in Japan, they only have Honda. We have Acura and Honda. So like how we have the Acura Integra, Japan just has the Honda Integra. But it is a cool thing. It was just a way to get Americans to spend more money on their cars. But I can totally stand behind it because we got some pretty sweet looking Integras. We got the quad headlights. I know some people arguably will say they like the JDM front end better, but the JDM front end would not be cool if we didn't have the American front end. And I like the
I
American
do.
front end too. No,
I do like the Honda front end.
just
I do
starts
think that's
yelling.
superior. A little bit. I don't have a picture of the my shift knob, but and shift location, but I can get one up real fast. Boom.
Oh, I like how this one's like a right hand drive one too.
Yeah.
But right there, boys, that is the shifter in the EP3. It's in such a weird location, and I don't think I've ever driven one. Like, do you
Yeah.
like? Does it feel good though? Like, is it like
Yeah,
fun
it's
to
really
shift?
good.
How do you even like? Can you? I mean, you definitely can short throw shifter, right?
Yeah, you can. The throw is already like extremely short in it, so
Oh,
putting a
man.
short throw is kind of useless. Wait, it might not be useless to some people, but the throw is already so short that if you're tossing a short throw in it,
It's just
you're
not even
doing
worth
something
it.
crazy.
Yeah, you're just like bah, 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 like mini sequential.
Yeah, it's gonna be clicking like tick, 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 tick. I think it feels better than a regular one because it's closer to your hand. You can easily move your hand off the wheel, bang it in the second, bang it in the third, and just dip. It's nice. I love it.
I respect that. I guess
It's definitely something you have to try though.
there's two vehicles that I need to like share on the channel as well. I'm trying to like plug some friends. I'm definitely not so much forget, but just I'll definitely forget to mention some friends. Unfortunately, I wanted to next plug my girlfriend's truck, but there was another car I was trying to find in the mix of this that I also wanted to plug because it's super sick, but I'm not having any luck. So I met this guy this year, actually like within the last month, and we've had a great friendship so far. He has this little Toyota
Love
MR2.
that
It's the
car.
SW20 chassis. It is a twin cam, 16 valve, 4-cylinder with a turbo, right hand drive. He had it straight imported from Japan. Beautiful car. I just wanted to share that with you guys because it is a literal masterpiece. It is so
Yes,
cool. I have not ridden in it yet though. We will at some point. It's not like necessity, but definitely gonna
definitely
be
is a
fun once we
very
do.
cool car.
And then, very unlike mini trucks,
Yeah.
this is my girlfriend's daily driver. It's a '97 Ford F350. She came home from the hospital when she was born, and it is literally like turbo diesel 7.3. We put a 4-inch lift on it when we were about 16. We put it back on the stock wheels. They were sitting in a barn for a long time. Some 35s. We restored the whole truck. Like I said, she came from the hospital when she was born, and it was just a farm beater all of its life. So it was really rough when we got it. Her dad passed it over to her, and we changed every panel pretty much except for just the cab itself. Once we restored it, we put the newer style Chevy mirrors on it, and the engine let go. So we put a new engine, transmission, transfer case, and then right after that, it got backed into with a tractor. So the person that did it just paid to have that fixed. It was their fault, but it wasn't a big deal. So it's seen some stuff, but even after restoration, I had another incident. It was that back door, and this is a picture after all of that. You would never in your life know. Whited out a couple things, all clear lenses, two Rockford Fosgate 12s behind the rear seat. They're shallow, but they bump. That's pretty much it. A little TSO exhaust tip. Nothing too crazy, but it's a fun truck. A lot of time's been put into it, and it's very sentimental. She's had it since high school as well. We were just talking about that today. She's had it about 7 years. At another point in life, we'll bring up the truck during the stream and tell you guys a little bit more about it, and show you some old school pictures of it too. Especially, that's kind of an important thing.
Yeah, those are definitely really cool to see.
Okay, I'm gonna put everybody onto this in a minute once I get these pictures to load. By the way, I'm a big advocate for clear lenses, clear taillights. Anything you have that's clear, please
Of course.
send it
Of course.
over. So right here, this is my 4x4. This picture's a couple years old. You can see a little bit of rot starting back there. That rotted. Oh, dude, what a throwback. I took the bug shield off. All clear lenses. Little light bar. Window tint. The roll bar. The frame is very clean, especially for seeing 25 main winners. It's in need of repairs right now, though. The truck is rough. It's not too much further from all of these photos, but it definitely needs love. I need a new bed. I changed the fenders on it not that long ago. Dude, I actually went to Nissan and asked them how much it was to get that factory graphic, and they want $688 a side, and it's not even the same graphic.
You can definitely find those on eBay or something.
Dude, like somebody makes that. I could have that painted on my truck for like way less. Like,
yeah, definitely.
but yeah, this is the old school little 4x4, little rough country. It's just a leveling kit in it. and it's just got 31-inch, general grabbers in this photo. I had the Mudclaw Extremes. They wore horribly. They didn't last at all, unfortunately. They look cool. They're aggressive, but the general grabbers wear pretty good. That's probably a 2020 sticker right there, I bet. This picture is a little older now. But yo, look at those
I would
clear
love a
tails.
4x4 in the future.
Those clear tails were so sick. They fell off on the highway one day. Like the lens broke off, and I was so disappointed. But for a long time, you couldn't get clear taillights. You had to find the vintage 90s like clear taillights that have been on someone's truck for 30 years that they're finally just now selling. And
Some dude in his garage is making them.
yeah, and then this dude pops out of nowhere one day and starts selling them $60 a pop. So we ordered like 4 sets. I do gotta say on the Nissan hard bodies, but it's just like anything. If you don't like something that was like a factory thing, for the most part, it's cool that they did that because it makes it makes the other thing just all that much cooler. I really like the 97 front end. It's like my favorite front end. I'll always put it on everything. The one-piece chrome bumper, the 97 grill. I love it. But on my lowrider build, when I get there, I would love to do like the early 90s grills and stuff. Or even the Pathfinder nose swap, which we have a video on. It's the 89 Pathfinder nose swap onto a D21. You use the rectangular headlights. It's a little bit different grill. But the trucks, they're also interchangeable.
I actually have the front end in my room right now for a Pathfinder.
Yeah.
That I just put on.
The earlier models, I just wasn't much of a fan of. They're instead of this design, they're pretty square, and they usually came in just black grills. There's not many chrome ones because they were
Yeah,
super
they're just
basic
black
model.
stripes.
I
don't mind them.
To put it in
But I do definitely like the 3.
perspective, you could buy these trucks for like a couple grand. What, $3,000 brand new when they were first made? Like
I have no idea.
Yeah, like $3,000 to $6,000. And then this truck in 1997, this is the last year they made it in the States. It's a 4-wheel drive. It's the full package besides the V6 automatic, which every day of the week I would get the 4-cylinder 5-speed. I don't think I would ever want the V6 for the hard body, and I would never want the automatic, so it's just a horrible combination.
I have the automatic 4-cylinder, and my friend's dad has the V6 automatic. Yeah, he lucked out.
You can...
Still a very cool car.
Yeah, okay. Okay. To be fair, they're probably reliable. I just know the 4... maybe it's a little different for you too. I don't know what you guys have for part charge over there. But the 4-cylinder, I've never had a single issue. The 4-cylinder is so reliable, and I can find parts for them anywhere. I literally have one in my garage off a parts truck. And then I have a dual overhead cam that was in the 240 sitting in my bedroom. And I don't mean to ramble here, but if you weren't sure about this, back in the 90s, Nissan had their sports car called the 240SX, and it came with a single and a dual overhead cam, KA24E and a KA24DE. The DE just stood for dual overhead, and the E was just single. And basically, the trucks came factory. The 4-cylinder was the single overhead cam that was on the 240, except the truck version had different head, different cam, different intake, a couple other things. I mean, it was a truck motor version.
Yeah.
But they're like...
It's a cool one.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can swap those parts. Like, you can put the 240 cam, but if you're already going to do that, there's a company called OJ Performance, and you can just get a way better cam. So, I wouldn't go to the 240 cam unless it's, realistically available. I don't know.
240 intake is definitely something I'd do, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it is
That
the truck
cleans it
engine,
up.
but they're interchangeable. Like, I want to do the 240SX intake so bad.
I don't know about you, but parts here, I've seen 3 hard bodies. 2 of them were at one junkyard and no parts. You couldn't grab anything. They were just sitting there dying. And that one, it was only half. It was the cab back from like the cowl back.
Oh, dude, no, ours are pretty good because there's like not many people around me have them. There's like a select few, and the junkyard is super cool. Our local junkyard sometimes will like purposely set them aside, and they'll be like, "Hey, yo, we got these trucks. Like, we put them aside for you." Like
That's cool.
They're like, "Yo, we know you like these trucks. Like, they're kind of cool. We'll set it aside, and if you get to it, we'll try to hold on to it for a little longer for you." But yeah, it's
Cool of them.
nasty. I love this. This is another one of my favorite cars. So if you guys aren't familiar, as far as traditional customs go, some of the earliest traditional customs were cars like the Hirohata Mercury. I can't remember, actually. I think it's a 5051 Mercury. But anyway, it was the earlier style, just custom vehicles, and I love that stuff, man. I do. And I have a friend. His name is Peter. And he's got this beautiful bagged, bodied, chop channeled 49 Mercury. I think it's a
Sick.
5-inch chop out of the roof line. So it, for anybody unsure, you basically, like, your windshield would sit a lot taller, but you literally cut out a section, so about 5 inches in this case, out of your roof line, out of your pillars, and you re-weld it. The car also used to be a 4-door, and now is a 2-door, and it has a 3-inch section. So somebody cut 3 inches out of the entire body. It's just insane. This car is a work of art, and he has done like such cool things to it. I don't even know where to begin. And it's bodied. It's bagged and bodied, so it lays rocker panel right on the pavement. It's just such a sick car.
Yeah, body dropping is definitely it's a crazy step. Yeah, airbags, hydraulics, body drop. It's crazy. Body drop something.
Yeah, body dropping something is a big work. Like, so this car has just had an insane amount of man hours put into it. And there's just no other way to stress that. It was powered by a 383 stroker. Fortunately, something just happened to the engine, and I will leave that as a surprise for the future as to what he's swapping into it next. But I think it is definitely going to be a Ford engine being swapped back into it. So no more Chevy in the Mercury/Ford. It's going to be a Ford and Ford, or Mercury, same thing. But he's also got another really sick. I wasn't going to show a picture of it, but now I feel like I have to, because now I want to talk about it, because it's like the coolest thing ever. He's got a 1950s Ford. Somebody chopped up a 2013 50 Coyote Mustang, and they dropped a 50s Ford body onto it. In doing so, they stretched the body 8 inches in width to fit it on top of the Mustang chassis, and it's got all Mustang modern day interior. It is a really sick car.
Who is this?
This is my friend Peter. You can, you can find his Instagram at Peter Piper Glass on Instagram.
I know there's another guy that does body swaps, Casey's Customs, on YouTube. He does some pretty cool stuff.
I didn't know that actually. That's sick. I have a little bit more of a walk around on this car on my YouTube channel. Nothing does it justice. On the outside, it just looks like a 50s Ford, which is like the coolest thing ever. And then you get like up close, and it's full modern.
The color on his Mercury is really nice. You can't really see it in the picture, but it's like
what would you
very wine colored.
call it? Yeah, it's like, it's not like a chocolate, but it's like a maroon and chocolate kind of mix.
Yeah.
If I were to put it as like a anything, I guess.
Yeah, let's see if I can get a picture here. There you go.
Yeah, that's his car. This is the 50s Ford. I'll tap on that so you can get a closer picture. It's a horrible picture. I just screenshot it out of a video. Look, you can see the line from the iPhone, so you can swipe out of it. But I just wanted to show you guys, like, that is the car. You can see the 2013 Mustang wheels. It's cool, and that's what's nice is, like, the Mercury is awesome, but everything is old school. So, you know, you come across a little bit more issues when you want to just go take it out. As to the Ford, it's a Mustang. You just turn key, go anywhere you want. Also, the Mercury has full Thunderbird interior as well. I wanted to share that. I remember that now.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of a popular thing actually back in the day. We were at the Bentley's car show just recently, and in that video, I see this. It's a Ford Galaxy. It has a 5.0 in it, I think from a Fox body. It's a Fairlane 500, and it's a strange year. It's a little older. I was trying to think actually. No, I think it's a little more modern. I don't know. You'll have to go see it. It's in my Bentley season closer. It's a cool car though, and it has full Thunderbird interior as well. But yeah, that's about it for that. We're pretty much at the end of the podcast. In the future, we'll talk a little bit more about mini trucks. I didn't mean to become so off topic.
Yeah, we'll definitely have more on the line topics and more stuff to talk about.
Of course. Now you all know my friends' cars. In the future, if you hear me start talking about my friends' cars, and you're unsure of who it is, you can revert back to this video. No, just, I have so many friends' cars that I didn't even add in this video, and there are some heavy hitting builds. I was just pulling out what I had in my like most recents of my camera roll. No, I'm really excited to see what this podcast becomes, what it brings. The first video won't get many views, I'm sure.
That's okay.
But yeah, there's just so much to talk about, and maybe in the next ones too, we'll bring out cameras. Y'all will actually
maybe we'll have more videos of my truck painted.
I have to one day too. I forgot I can use. Maybe I could film on Discord on my phone. I have a massive Hot Wheels car collection.
Oh jeez.
Y'all would love it. Like my whole room is car memorabilia. Hot Wheels cars, model cars. I mean, stickers, hubcaps, grills. I have a full tailgate as a, I can't even say wall decor. It sits on the floor against the wall. Like, it just looks cool. Grills, pictures. I mean, just anything car related. I have my crushed purple truck fender from a car accident I got into. And I guess to finish this off, I will basically instate that I've been in 2 serious accidents in my purple truck. I got T'd in 2019 by an uninsured lady. She bent my axle, totaled the whole rear end of my truck, the bedside. So I rebuilt the truck. I rebuilt it on October 21st. The first time I ever saw the truck was October 21st when I messaged the guy who I bought it off of. But that part's kind of irrelevant. But anyway, I totaled it the first time. Actually, no, I'm sorry. My bad, guys. I messed up there. I actually totaled the truck the first time in August. I rebuilt the truck to what it pretty much looks like today with the cowboy hood. Actually, my little Discord picture is that picture with the cowboy hood. I used to have a cowboy hood. And I got hit in August, T'd in August by the uninsured lady. I got the truck on the road October 21st. 2020. Yeah, it took a whole year to get it back on the road. And
but you got it done in time for shows, which is very surprising.
Yeah, we got it done. But what it was is I built the truck the first time and finished it October 21st, and then a year to the day, the truck was put away for 3 months because of winter. It was down for 3 months because of a drive shaft. I drove it for a couple months, like 3 months. And a year to the day, essentially, I wrecked it again. After I got it on the road, October 21st, a girl took a left at a green light, not a green arrow, smoked the truck. I wasn't gonna get too into it. I'll post one picture I did leave in case I did mention this topic. It was bound to get mentioned, but I really want to get in depth with it in another podcast. Yeah, she took a left at a green light, not a green arrow, and smoked us. So it was a 55 mile per hour head-on collision. Bent my frame. We cut the whole nose off the truck. The door on the passenger side was bent. And my stepfather does auto body. He gave me a massive hand in re-welding inner fenders, radiator support. The only thing I had to outsource was getting the frame straightened. And there's a whole rebuild on my channel on this truck at Japanese Minitruck. So if you want to see that again, that's a place to check it out. You can see where we cut the whole nose off and redid it. October 21st last year, I got into this accident. And just over the course of winter, I finished it, had it ready for spring, and we are coming up on October 21st. I'm not superstitious, but I will not drive my truck October 21st. I don't think I'm gonna touch it. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah,
knows, maybe
maybe not even look at it.
Dude, yeah, my truck's parked out in like the middle of a driveway. There's no trees near it, and a tree's just gonna like drop on it. No, it's
Yeah,
like
you
no.
might want to lock it away somewhere.
Dude, I'll put it in a garage, and the garage will tumble over. Like, I don't think it matters at this point. That's a pretty brutal picture, but this is literally like, these are all recent photos. Like, this is what my truck looks like today. Like, you would never know that ever happened. Twice, essentially. People love it. I paint it bright, sparkly purple for people to just miss it. Like,
yeah.
this is so funny. I appreciate you checking out this podcast. This is like an hour long. If you stayed this long, please let me know down in the comments below. Really, that's like really awesome of anybody to stick around for this. It's gonna grow in time. I think we'll get more viewers. I think the quality will get better. This podcast is full for fun. Just something to do, honestly, and share cool facts with you guys. And in the future, I'd like to live stream this as well. I'm kind of hoping to just do this all one take and just post it. So you guys are going to get some pretty raw footage. But
who knows? Next time we'll be live in person. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we live like hours away from each other. so but yeah, it'll grow. And I'm thankful for anybody that's checked out this first episode. Really, it means a lot. Mm-hmm. Again, if you want to see some more content, go follow Evan at D21Evan on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to see any more Purple Truck content, go follow me at Japanese Minitruck on Instagram, TikTok, and most especially subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is the dream. We're monetized. We're going to make this work. It's not a matter of if we blow up. It's a matter of when. It's going to happen. Never give up. That is my quote for the day. And that's pretty much it, guys. Seriously, thank you so much for checking out today's video. And also, please subscribe to the Minitruck podcast channel. This page was called Minitruck Diecast. I had started as a diecast page, so I got like 37 subscribers at the start. So you guys are gonna see this and be like, "Cool, Derek's uploading some
Yeah,
content on
they're
this."
gonna be very confused.
They're gonna be like, "Yo, what happened to the diecast channel?" All the videos are just privated. Don't worry. But for real, do you have anything you want to out before we kill the stream?
Next time we will roast every single. No, I'm kidding. This was fun so far. Definitely something we gotta refine a bit. But
Of course.
if you're still watching, thank you, of course.
For real. Yeah, we'll make this come together. I know I did a lot of talking. I'm sure I'm gonna see a comment. It's gonna be like, Derek just talked the whole damn time.
Well, I don't know. Derek's friends' cars, so.
No. No, you're good. I was just saying. I felt like I talked the whole time, and I didn't give you the chance to talk, essentially. But it's all
No,
cool.
you did.
All right, cool. So you go. Look, Evan's happy. We're all happy. This has been the first episode of the Minitruck podcast where I only talk about mini trucks for about 10 minutes, and then you guys sit down and listen to me spiel for the other 60 that I've streamed for. But again, thank you so much for checking it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day.
Bye.